Hello, 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 hello to everyone. How are y'all doing? All right, tonight let's talk about Hasbro Pulse and what is new going on with Hasbro. I'm actually rather excited about doing this live stream tonight. Going to pretty much be difficult to do a lot of other live streams for the future due to the fact of house and stuff like that. But I did want to come and do this live stream for a little bit for us to take a look at what's new, what's happening, what's going on in Hasbro right now. So give me just a second as I'm getting everything pulled up and try to get everything ready to share to the people. Oh yeah, I want to share with the people. Here we go again on our own. Hey, Ninja Bill, welcome. Give me just a second doing this. So, what's new with you? Hope you're doing well. I'm going to sit here and make sure I got these things set up and sent out. As I'm always trying to figure out how to use Discord. Maybe. Let's see here. Let's go down. All right, let's go even further down. There we go. Let's go here. And bam. Let's do. There we go. I think that's good. Good. How are you and Nikki? Doing well. Hope you and she had a great day and have a great fourth weekend. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. We are. I have been dealing with kidney stones for a little bit. Getting over that right now. So yeah, and yeah, that wasn't fun. That wasn't a lot of fun. So yeah, let me see if I share. I haven't missed my everything. My computer, yeah, my computer and the weather is wanting to be a butt total. So there we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, you feel better. So appreciate it. I am actually feeling a lot better. I did finally pass them. So I am now officially on the road of recovery. So yeah, I am very happy that I don't have those bad boys. But yeah. So, but yeah, that's something I was like, ugh. I was like, it's one thing after another. Plus, we're also moving, so that also plays into the stuff too, where we're trying to get stuff together and get ourselves moved, the power company, and all that. So I think, therefore I am. Let me see here. Do I paste? Yes, I think I do that. And that's for anyone who wants to jump in. So let's take a look at what's new with Hasbro. As I pull down these, I got too many things up on my window display thing going, whoa, what's going on? Okay, and there's that and that. So first thing is up, and I'll keep flashing back and forth. Let's see if who's all in. So Ninja Bill says, "Hey, I could join in for a few minutes." Okay, yeah, please do, please do, please do. Yeah. I did order some of the Shatterglass figures, but I figure we start off with the thing that was dropped today, which Power Rangers, and the rumors that we may be getting another Power Rangers movie. Very curious to see how that works out. And wonder if they're going to go back to the old style that a lot of the fans do enjoy, especially the ones that's here. Let's see more. Always want to see more. More. This is Power Rangers Lightning Collection. Very cool. So let's see what we got going on here. So these just dropped, and they look really cool. I mean, I have to say, getting the G.I. Joe figures that I've been getting lately, never really got into the whole Marvel's Legend line. Nikki got into just the Mandalorians for Star Wars. But other than that, we've never really gotten any of their 6-inch figures. Welcome, Ninja Bill.
Welcome. Thank you. I guess, yeah, that's what I should have said.
Oh, no, you're fine, my man.
So I'm glad to hear you're doing okay.
I am. I finally got them. I think all of them, cross my fingers, got them all passed. Yeah, it's been a very rough couple of weeks with that. So yeah.
Yeah. I bet. I'm still dealing with the loss of my stepdad, and there's that. So I'm still dealing with that, and there are times when I feel he's just gonna walk through the door.
Mm-hmm.
In the mornings I half expect when I wake up to be smelling the eggs and bacon that he made every morning.
Right.
So, yeah. There's that.
I understand. I do. I lost my stepdad to cancer, so
that's why I lost mine too as well.
Yeah.
So,
and it's difficult, and
yeah,
being a cancer survivor and losing, so that was a hard pill for me to swallow for a while. But it's good to have the memories. There's a lot,
Yep.
And that's what matters.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
So, but at any rate, that's what's been going on my front. Otherwise, it's been a slow roll to reach a modicum of normalcy.
It will. Nikki still has not with her uncle that passed. She was really close to her uncle. He actually taught her how to do welding.
Mm-hmm.
And so that still bothers her. He was only 63. So it was a shock. He was just in mid-sentence with Aunt Renee in his lounge chair. And she was just talking to the family, and then all of a sudden just stopped talking. So,
yep.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But, you got the Buzzworthy. Let me get that bigger. Oh, nice.
You know what this reminds me of? Penny racers.
Oh, yeah.
Look at it. Does that or does not remind you of the penny racers?
It does.
The bigger wheels, the smaller ones, the short body, the flat end on this. So when you put the penny in, and boom,
go across.
That reminds me, and that looks like how the old penny racers used to look. If you ask me, this is not a nod to the G1 cartoon. This is a nod to the Coral Q or penny racers. In my opinion, this is a nod to those.
Yeah. TF Angie was talking about, and I didn't know this till we were doing the live stream together, and I had that figure. Apparently there's a G1, which I actually own, Bumblebee from the G1 that was Bumper.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, and I actually have Bumper. I don't have G1 Bumblebee. I've got Bumper.
I mean, it's got nice, I'm not sure how well it's coming out in my camera, but even it's got sort of G1 details on the back there, what would have been on the sticker.
Oh, yes.
That's pretty awesome. And this thing is this thing is the laziest freaking thing Hasbro has ever done.
It's
ever.
Horrible.
It's worse than a one-step changer. Well, it is one step. Boom. Done.
Boom.
Oh, look at that. He transformed. Oh, wait. Transforming back. Oh, look at that. Just How does he transform? He falls on his face.
Right. I was like, wow, that took some really great engineering there, Hasbro. Thank you so much for that. But yeah, I was like,
He falls on his face to transform. Literally.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Did you see the G1 accurate Bumblebee that's supposed to be coming out? I guess it's going to be a
Oh yeah,
Target
yeah, yeah.
exclusive.
Oh no, I hate
Well,
it.
I do
I
too.
love it, but I hate it because the nearest Target to me is so far away. It might as well be in another damn nation.
Well, like I told Tiff Eggy, I'll keep my eyes open for you two then.
Yeah, I'm keeping my eyes open for a Netflix Soundwave for him. Yeah,
Yeah,
because I saw five of them at like I forget whose show we were watching, but I saw like five of them. I picked three up for other people, and I wasn't aware. He never mentioned to me that he was looking for a Netflix Soundwave, because I'd asked him. I said, "Have you picked up any?" I'd asked him before, and he said, "No, no, I don't want them." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I didn't think about it. And then
yeah,
later, in somebody's show in the chat, he said, "Well, I'm still looking for the Netflix Soundwave," and I'm like, "What? You should have told me. I just picked a few up. I just sent some out.
yeah. That's what I was telling
and
him.
then
I
I
was
went,
like,
I went back to the store the next day, and none of the other two weren't there. So I'm still waiting to see if I can find some. Anyway, go ahead.
no, I didn't know he was looking for that one either. Till I think it must have been that show also, or no, in Discord. And I was like, if you had told me you were needing it when I was at Baby Mahal's house, she's got a Walmart that's right near her, and they had a crap load of the Netflix Studio Series Soundwaves on clearance, and I was like,
Yes.
yeah.
Hey,
So,
Ruben.
hey, Ruben, how are you doing?
But yeah, I mean, had I known, man, I would have picked him up one too. So, I mean, because for my money, in my opinion, I should say, in my opinion, the Netflix Soundwave is the best version of Soundwave we've gotten in a very long time.
Yeah, Nikki loves hers.
It's probably the best sound outside of a masterpiece. It's probably the best. Um, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But hey, guess who? I just can't walk past the bludgeon. I just can't do it. And so, one step changer bludgeon.
Nice figure. I got that one too. I like that.
Yes, yes, yes. He's just a one step changer, but
Yeah,
darn it all, isn't he just?
yeah.
I mean, he's got a nice sword, that he can use. I don't like this gimmick, this spinny gimmick. I don't like that, but it's not bad. I just
No,
can't walk past. Look, you're walking on down the toy aisle, do, green and orange
pops
transformer,
out
and
at
you're
you.
like,
It's orange. Got me when it was orange.
you had me at orange. Exactly.
Yes, exactly.
You had me at orange.
Yes, I'm the same way, my man. I am the same way. Orange Transformer will definitely be in my collection. I don't care who it is. It
Yep.
definitely will.
I need those figures.
These right. Oh, ooh, the Battle Cat. Yep.
No, not the Battle Cat.
Panther.
Pandora.
To go with little
Skeletor.
Skeletor.
Very nice. My sister's husband, which is a good friend of mine, my brother-in-law, John. He actually got me. He was at Dollar General, and he says I found all these He-Man figures, and they're like they're like miniature GI Joes where they have the little stand for themselves and stuff and everything. And he's like, I had to pick these up for you, and I was like, oh my god, these look awesome. Nikki surprised me with GI Joe figures.
Nice. Yeah, I'm not a big Joe guy, but it's still nice. Oh, guess what else I got?
What's
that I
that?
actually, I actually like. Of course, I got to pick up a Cyberverse Prime. I have to have a Cyberverse Prime. I do.
How was that one? Because we never had that in our store. I never saw that one in our stores.
Well, it isn't bad. Okay, yes, it lacks the articulation. I do like this weapon. It's a big freaking shield and sword, and you got to hold it here, pull it out, and it auto transforms, and you got a big sword.
Oh, nice.
And and just like that, and it could be on his back or on his arms, and it isn't bad. The truck mode is nearly identical to if you have the one with the arc. This is nearly identical,
Okay.
except it has light up features and sounds.
Oh,
the chest lights up and he'll make noises.
That's a big seller for me.
Oh, you missed it. You're speaking. Transform.
What the hell?
Nice.
Let's try that again, huh? So this time you can maybe. All right, all right. Turn it off. Turn it on, and then you say, transform. Optimus Prime, transform. Isn't that cool?
That's really
That was
cool. That's really cool.
So yeah, it's voice activated.
That is really cool.
So
That's
yeah,
pretty cool.
I know you'll want to go get it now. Now that you know
Yeah.
it's voice activated, yeah, I know you'll want it.
Oh yeah. I'm going to
You
keep
and
my
me are
eyes
probably
open.
you
Yeah.
and I are probably the only ones in our circle that actually really enjoy the Cyberverse figures
I know. Which they are a lot of fun. They're still a lot of fun.
because they're like, oh, and then I also got that Ultimate Wave, this one, and I think he's kind of a crap. I mean, it's just he auto transforms, yes, but I'm gonna lock him down there. Pull out this. Boom. There's this laser cannon. Pull out his fisto, and there you have Shockwave-O, and there's no articulation here whatsoever. The only articulation is in the arms. Literally, it's just there in the arms.
Oh wow.
And yeah, it's not the best. And then there's this power armor, and you push on his skirts right here to transform him.
Into the power.
And then you have an extra accessory. You can attach it to either arm. You gotta swing this in, slot it in there, slot in. This is, come on, slot in, you. Quick, there. Whoa, hey. It's not that great, honestly. It's not that great. I'm not enjoying the Shockwave figure. It could have been better, but still, it's a Shockwave, you know.
Right. But it looks like it's just a big size one step changer.
It really is, yes. It's like an oversized one step changer. It really is. And he doesn't stand up straight. He always leans forward. He always leans forward like this. So as you can see there, that's how he. Yeah. So he's always leaning forward, but you know it's still it's a Shockwave, and I dig it. And so you know, boom. And I also got something else. If you watch my latest video, you'll see what else I got.
Cool. Yeah,
part two is coming up tomorrow, which is part 2 of the Purple Potato.
Oh, nice.
Potato?
Yes, that's. I was surprised. That's why I left a comment. I was surprised. I was like, wow, you got an actual third party. Purple. So yeah, I'm definitely going to watch and see how you like it. Because I've heard good things about it.
The first part is already up. The second part will be upload tonight. Actually, tonight for tomorrow. So, and then I think Blur is next. Red Megatron, which is my favorite so far, until they release a Shockwave.
Yes.
And then I think Rhinox is my next one, and I gotta tell you, this rear leg transformation is a nightmare, and yes. I don't enjoy it at all. There is no joy in transforming this. I didn't want this, but my brother picked it up for me. But I didn't really want any of the Beast Wars ones, but he picked it up for me. But I do enjoy her.
Yeah, I'm not done my review on him yet, but you're absolutely right. That back joint, getting that leg to rotate down correctly.
Yeah, it's crap.
Butthole. It's a butthole.
It'd be different if it'd be different. It wouldn't have been so bad had they actually provided the clearance necessary to move those panels into place.
I agree.
Had that clearance, look, even 0.5 millimeter or more clearance would have been good.
Yes.
That's how tight that clearance is. It's literally plastic scraping on plastic, scraping. And that's not good. I also got Core Class Screamer. who I really like.
Yeah, that. Oh yes, the core class. Yeah, he's actually a really fun figure.
Yeah,
I
he
really
is
like
fun.
him.
He is fun. Not the tiniest Starscream. Obviously, that goes to this guy. He's the tiniest Starscream. So, tiny little Starscream. To go with my tiny little Bumblebee. Tiny.
I actually like the core class, and their transformation is amazing too.
I do.
Where
I like him. I like him. I like
I
him.
mean,
Who we got here on screen? We got the
ETF and Geek.
Oh,
TFN Geek.
hello,
Yeah,
everyone.
we were just talking about you,
Oh,
TFN
you were?
Geek.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
about-
Trust me, it was nothing good. No, you know better than that. No, we were
Well,
just talking about lamenting the fact that had we known.
Yeah.
So I was telling ACP that, yeah, TFN Geek was, I forget whose show it was in, that you mentioned in the chat that, you're still looking for Netflix Soundwave. And I remember like a month or two earlier in another chat asking you how, if you're getting any of the Netflix characters. And you said, well, I'm not really interested in a lot of them. So when I found a bunch of Soundwaves, I picked out for who I knew wanted them, but I didn't know you wanted them, and I chipped those out. So after you mentioned that, and I was like, oh man, I wish you would have told me so I could have picked you one up too. I went back the next day, and I've been back several times since. No luck finding them, but I'm keeping my eye out
Thank you.
because around here they are relatively easy to relatively easy to find.
Yeah. It was actually a Transformers figure because throughout the entirety, July 2nd, from the 1st to the 30th, every day last month in June, the entirety of June of 2021, the number of Transformers I collected was 0. I did not find anything where I live.
Really, I found something. I mean, look,
Yeah.
bludgeon. You can't walk past the bludgeon. You can't. You can't walk past the bludgeon. You can't do it. You can't do it. ACP, can you walk past the bludgeon? Oh,
No.
Oh, Scorpionaut.
Yeah, I have not found any of the Kingdom Wave 3 figures at my local Target store.
It's
I got
it's-
Rhinox.
yeah, it's a nice figure.
Mhm.
I like it. The only problem is that with the transformation of how things goes in, the instructions are not very well, and so I wonder if people are going to try to force this close, but you're not supposed to. But the instructions don't say that. But then you have the back panel for Rhinox,
Which is a
here.
pain in the art because it's.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
Yeah. The
It's
Transformers
plastic.
action figure that's actually at the top of my list right now to collect is Kingdom Galvatron.
Oh, Galvatron is nice, and they fixed the issue in the latest releases, so it doesn't have the shoulder issue if you go by the latest releases. So by the time hopefully you find them, it'll have like mine. Mine is perfect. Mine is you. Well, you saw my review, TFN Geek. It's perfect.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the only problem mine had was that 5mm port on the upper forearm that was loose, and all I did was put some floor polish in that port, and it's fine now.
Yeah, I haven't collected any Transformers figures since before Memorial Day.
Yeah.
I get that. Yeah, I get that. Look, I was telling ACP. You know what this reminds me of? TFN Geek.
Bumper.
Penny racers.
Mm,
Do you see it?
I do.
Yeah, doesn't it remind you of a penny racer? Coral Q penny racers, doesn't it?
Oh, it does. A whole lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll bet you forgot about those, but I didn't. Because it does remind me of a penny racer, and I like this.
Mhm.
I detest this. Transform! Plap! Falls on his face, drunk, like he's drunk. I'm going to transform. Oh, wait. I guess there is that one step. You raise up the butt flap and then.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's still more than you get with the wheelie figure that comes with Studio Series Grimlock.
True.
Oh, the wheelie? Yeah, the wheelie doesn't transform at all. I'm trying to get my computer to unfreeze at the moment. Yay. I love computer
Yeah,
technology.
this thing is such a, as bad as I hated this and I called this the worst accessory ever, this came out and now I feel it's a sad day when you look at this wheelie and say, you know what, this is a better piece of merchandise
Uh,
than it
Yeah.
was before I got this.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So
I will tell you
So-
something. I've been surprised
I've
by
been,
the G.I. Joe figures.
Mm.
yeah,
got
I've only
these four.
bought a couple of them and I've sent them out to other people. So
Very nice. So yeah, oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah. So unless Nikki gets me Transformers, I don't ever get Transformers or G.I. Joe. So I was very, very surprised that she found these guys. That one and also Destro. So yeah.
So, did you guys see my live show with JJ Prime where I revealed a new spot for his accessories?
No, I did not.
Well, I'll show you because it's in my review, but I'll show you. Put me on full screen, please. So, we all see this accessory right here, right? This whatever this thing, right? And we all know.
Yeah, you showed that in my stream when
Yeah.
we were.
Yeah, we all know that you're supposed to tab it into there. Well, not really. It's actually meant to tab into there. It literally is meant to tab into there. You take it like this, get it on screen. Take it like that, put it in just like this, and it actually tabs in right there, nice and level. There, it's nice and level, so there's no. And it tabs it, and then you can transform it with it right there, and just have the gun up there, and you're all good. So, doesn't say anything in the instructions, but hey, even third party doesn't get there. Look, purple potato. Let me tell you about the purple potato. It is a nightmare. I thought Rhinox was bad. No. Let me grab Mr. Potato over here.
So I got really discouraged last weekend. I went to my local Target store. They removed the price tag again for the leader class size Transformers figures. So I've got a sneaking suspicion they aren't even going to get Galvatron in stock.
Oh, that. Well, I mean, if I didn't get my Galvatron from Big Bad Toy Store, I wouldn't have it. Could you grab me Galvatron, Monkey?
Oh, please don't show it. I'm super jealous and I'm super depressed about not having my own copy.
Well, I'm just going to show a
Copy
thing
of
that
what?
I did that I actually like with the shoulders that I did with mine. Because I know a lot of people are talking about taking the pin out and doing all this stuff to it. And I'm like, all you have to do is take him. And I know he's got that pin showing, but the arm doesn't need to be taken out. It can actually rotate up or down.
Yeah.
And then the forearm goes that way. So that actually works really well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's a very good figure. And the price tag, I have to say, I have to agree with because of the engineering. That's one thing I was showing off in my review with that one. That's one of the first ones I've been able to review late. That was before I had the kidney stones. But like I said, unless Nikki surprises me with Transformers and stuff, I pretty much have to either find them at the store, Nikki surprises me, or that's the only ways I get them. Or I send Transformers out to other people. But yeah, that's the only way I get anything.
See, no, that's the way. The problem is with the early releases, they had the shoulders up. Mine are correct. You could tell because this is the proper way they face in the back. This is the proper way. You will have slight problems getting him to stand level. And
see, I didn't. In my review I had none of those issues that everybody was saying.
That's what I'm hearing. That it doesn't. The problem is they say is this section here will not tab in properly because it tabs into this panel right here. You
Yes.
can't see it.
And that's what I told Billy the Kid. I told Billy the Kid, I said, no, y'all are all
this
mistransforming it.
this they said doesn't tab in properly. The arms don't tab into this properly, but I don't know. I don't see it because I don't see it because I don't see how that's true. Because the more I look at this, the more I say, well, wait a minute, it's this that actually tabs in to these panels here, not the arms themselves.
That's right.
So,
and that's what I was telling Billy, because he was like, this thing's not tabbing in right. And I'm like, yeah, it does tab in right. I said, and I'm the big, out of the whole community,
they don't actually, it doesn't tab in, it actually slots in. It's a hook tab. And it slots in. You don't push it in. You slot it in. That section there gets. Let me get this off of here, and I'll show you what I mean. All right, so untab this.
Yeah.
Now this section here actually slots in.
Let me get your screen bigger.
You got to pull it up to get it out. It slots in like that. Because if you look at it, this right here is a hook tab. All right? That tab right there is a hook tab. And it's got to go into that slot that is right there. See that slot? That is actually a slot. There's a channel in it. If you look at it, there's a channel in. That hook tab slots right into there. It doesn't push in, you slide it in to position. You don't push it in, you slide it in.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying is I didn't have any problems out of all the transformers that I've gotten from Kingdom.
I'm not sure.
Galvatron was
so you could see it when I do it here. If you can see it, you have to actually push down to get it in. Let me see if I line it up right. You have to push it down. See, it goes down. It doesn't pull out. As you see, I'm trying to pull it out. It doesn't. It's a hook tab. If you force it, you'll break it. It slots into position. Okay, people? It slots into position. And then, that's exactly what happens. You slide in. See that? Did you guys see that?
Yes.
It slots in. It doesn't tab in. And then of course, you have the tab back here, which the slot corresponds to the tab on this section right there, which you have to tab into position. But the other one is a slot. It's not two tabs. It's one singular tab. And so, that's what I've seen a lot of people get wrong, is that it's not a tab. It's a hook. Well, it is, but it's a hook tab. So you got to get it right.
I appreciate you explaining that, because I didn't think about the hook tab or say that, but yeah, you're absolutely right. Showing that's right. And I was very surprised, because I've seen some people talk about how hard it is to transform, and I was thinking, oh my God, ACP is like the all thumbs of transformers. I break more transformers in transformation mode than anything. But I do have to say that the Scorponok is a really fun figure. I'll keep my eyes open for you, TFN Geek. Since you haven't seen some of these, I'll keep my eyes open. But these came in from Big Bad Toy Store. This is where I ended up getting from, was that and Rhinox.
Yeah, Rhinox was a gift from my brother. I don't know where he got him, but I didn't want it, and he showed up with it and he said, "Here's Rhinox," and I was like, "Yay! Thank you, brother." But inside, I'm dying a little.
Yeah. Nikki was like, "Please be careful with him," because she's like, "That back panel is a nightmare." And I was like,
"Again, it's a clearance issue. Had they gave it 0.5 millimeter more, that pan, because you have to swing this panel into position from here into like this. It closes like this. Well, the problem is it's scraping plastic to do that.
Yes, it is. And you can, if you want to, you can shave a little bit off in the inside. Nikki was pointing that out, but she's like, but don't,
you got to be very careful.
Very careful, because that's what Nikki was saying. Don't do it to mine. She says if we find another one, you can do it to yours. But because all the beasts are Nikki's. The other thing that I found really interesting. Oh yes, TFN Geek. Sorry. Were you saying something? I apologize. You still there?
Yeah. My internet's acting up on me right now.
I know the feeling. Mine does that all the time too.
But yeah, if
Yeah.
you got Galvatron's at the top of my list, so please, if you guys can find Galvatron, I'd be forever grateful if you could send a copy my way.
If I
I'll keep an eye out.
I knew that, I would have done that.
I personally haven't seen him. I had to have my brother pick this up for me, so
Yeah.
I didn't find it myself. I had to have him pick it up for me, but I'll ask him to keep an eye out for another one.
Well, if I knew that, I would have sent it to you. But what I ended up doing is that Big Bad Toy Store actually sent me 2 Galvatrons.
Hmm.
And so I gave the other Galvatron to Lord Master Starscream.
Yeah, I saw his video yesterday.
Oh, okay. And that was a total fluke. I was like, I had another package came in. We came back up here, and I was like, oh, I got another Big Bad Toy Store package. And Nikki had surprised me with all these G.I. Joes from Big Bad Toy Store, and also in it was another package that for some reason was in our outside trash can. And had I not put the trash out, I would never known it was inside there. And we opened it up, and it was another Galvatron. So I was like, well, I don't need 2. So I sent one to him. If I come across another one, I definitely do that. But I do have you ordered from Big Bad Toy Store. I do have you ordered Retgar.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I did put you down to get you the Retgar because I know that's one of the ones you said you wanted. So I put you down. Told Nikki. She was like, hey, you got 2 in the cart for Big Bad Toy Store. I said, yeah, one's for me and one's for TF Fan Geek.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, please, if you guys can find another Galvatron, because when I went to Target and I saw that they took they emptied the space for the leader class figures, that was just real discouraging. And then I called again today just to confirm, and the employee I talked with, he said, yeah, you better just go online and get it. And that's the way customer service is on the phone with my local Target store.
Well, Nikki just said,
if they don't find it, and they just say, "Oh, just go online, it'll be there." No, it's not always there.
Always there. Well, Nikki said that if we go to the Target, because we're going to buy a Target tomorrow, and I put myself on mute so she wouldn't ever talk to you while you were sharing that. She says there's a Target that we're going to be going by tomorrow, and we'll check it for you and see if there's anything there.
Okay, thank you so much, Autocorrect Primer.
You're welcome, because we'll be in Charlotte, North Carolina tomorrow. And so typically when you go to one of the bigger cities like in Charlotte or Durham, typically that the super Targets will have it. So
yeah.
Ooh, what is that one? Ninja Bill? Oh, tell me about the purple potato.
So in my video, if you watch the first one, I show what this is. Basically, so he comes with a ton of accessories, and he comes with a flight stand. The flight stand and some of the other accessories become a rifle.
Okay.
So this is really the flight stand. And of course, this is the extra laser cannon for his arm, and of course, one of the effects pieces. But basically, what you do is you take this all apart. That's one piece. Well, there's another piece there too, but that has a magnet in it to activate the lights on Purple Potato, and you stick these down here, and you have yourself a flight stand for Purple Potato. And again, this is boy, that's so tight on there, it worries me. This actually has a little magnet in it, and what you do is if you have batteries in it, I don't have batteries in it, I don't keep batteries in toys, but what you do is you take this magnet and touch it to the nacelles, and these clear light pieces will light up, and he has a light up function in his eye there. And this is the stupidest thing. I don't like it. I mentioned it in the video. I think it's a crap idea. So basically, his head pops open and you put the stuff in there, right? But this doesn't tab in at all. So every time you move his head, you're actually moving this panel, not his head. And that's sort of a downside. But he does look good. That's the Purple Potato. He looks good, but I do have a few issues. The transformation into his alt mode is an absolute nightmare. And all of the nightmare is down here, right down here. This is the troublesome spot, okay? Because everything has to be lined up absolutely perfectly for him to get to his alternate mode. Absolutely, there is no error given for error. There is no. Well, it's close enough. No, no, no. You have to have absolutely everything aligned perfectly. Another point to mention, and you can't really see it now, but in my video I show off. It also comes with two screw port covers, which the instructions don't tell you where they go. They actually go on this side of this section right here, and it leaves out about 7 steps out of the transformation. It leaves about
crap.
seven steps out.
What? How can they omit important, crucial steps from the instruction sheet?
It's third party. So,
Literally. Look. So here's the Lemon Tree's instruction sheet, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Lemon Tree. By the way, you left out a bunch of steps, and there are 2 sides to this page. Just to let you know, Lemon Tree, there's 2 sides of this. You could have printed the complete instructions on both sides, but no, you left out about 7 steps. I mean, they're not bad. They're not. When Hasbro is doing a better job at instruction sheets than the third party, that's a problem. That's a problem. But I mean, he isn't bad. These panels on the side can kind of confuse you during transformation because they both flip up and move out of the way. These panels right here, they both flip up and move out of the way, but it doesn't expressly say which ones you're supposed to move. It leaves, like I said, it leaves bits out because see what they do is you flip out, right? You flip these out and then move them like that for transformation. Except here's the thing. They're on both sides of the leg. So which ones do you move?
Oh, jeez.
Do you see what the problem is? So you're trying. It has to be absolutely precise to get it into its alt mode. Except it doesn't tell you to flip this side or the front side. It's a pain in the booty to do it. Otherwise, it's not
pain
bad.
in the chassis, as the Transformers would call it.
Yes. Otherwise, it's not a bad figure. It feels pretty solid. I will tell you that this section here and this section, it's on it feels like Hasbro plastic. This feels pretty good though. There's hardly any paint on this.
any die cast?
Yes. The only die cast is in his joints. There's die cast right there. There's die cast in his arms. You'll see the joints right there. So there's die cast in his joints and the die cast that you saw when I moved that panel there. You saw the die cast. Let me move it again. I can break that connection. It's a pain in the patoot. There we go.
And for anyone that's out there that sees this later on, in the description on the side, I put a link to his channel, to TFN Geeks, and to Ruben's. So y'all go check out their review.
Well, thank you. But yeah, part 2 of this should be up. I'm uploading it tonight, and it should be live either tonight, early this morning, or tomorrow morning. I'm assuming. It's not tomorrow yet, so early tomorrow morning. I'm assuming. So, but I mean, it is nice. There is an alternate hand you can put in, so he has a hand on both sides, or you can have a cannon on both sides for his hand. If you don't want his hands, you can have 2 laser cannons. It's totally up to you. These sections could have probably been this section right here. These things probably, I think, could have been engineered a little bit better because I feel like a lot of people are going to break these spines right here because they pull out for transformation, but they're a flimsy plastic, and I feel like a lot of people are going to break them. So I highly recommend, if you ever messing with him, really messing with him even in his alt mode, unless you just set it somewhere and forget it, push those jokers in and forget them because they'll break. The same with these spines up here. when you're transforming them, I say in my video that pull them out, set them aside. You'll thank yourself for doing so because I think these will break easy too. And then of course they just go slot or tab, I should say, peg right back into the nacelles, and he looks good, he feels good, but believe it or not, you want to know something?
What?
He's twice as heavy as him, and he has die cast. He does not.
Mm.
It's a fact. I weighed them both. He weighs almost twice as much as he does.
Wow. Well,
it's a fact.
Yeah, now the figure that. Wait a second.
But I mean, it's good. It's good. Got some nice, strong jackets. Good Lord, ratchets.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds real nice.
These ones are a little bit weaker. See that?
Oh, yeah.
It's a little bit weaker. Going out to the side, really strong. You've got two swing. You've got a joint up here for rotation and a joint right above the knee for rotation. Although, if you do pick this up, I need to mention, and I mentioned it in my review, be very, very careful. You're going to have to work joints. Like these, really tight. And I'm putting a lot of effort into turning it. Be aware of that. Work it. Slowly work it out. The joints in here, in the feet, it'll feel like you don't have a rocker in there or a very good one. There's actually 2 points of articulation for a rocker. Inside there, you got a main joint there and a joint actually on the foot to achieve, and they're both really tight. You've got one that goes like that, and then you've actually got one in the foot itself, and most people miss that one. But they're really, really tight. So, that's tolerance. Joint tolerances is a thing on this guy to be aware of because it's a mixed bag. I've seen a lot of reviews, and it's definitely a mixed bag. Some people had really loose elbow joints. Mine has, like, this one is stronger than the other one, as you can see. But this one is so, it's a mixed bag, but so be wary of that. Otherwise, I do think it's a fun figure. I think if people want to get this, I think it should be for the alt mode. If you want a revenge in your collection, this is the only way to go, really. If you just want a wannabe Shockwave, then this also works because it's not Shockwave. Like people say, oh, it's Shockwave. I said, really? Would you like it if somebody else called you a different name than what your name is? Like if people called me Steve instead of Bill, I wouldn't like that.
I know, vegetable of all things.
Yeah, this is the thing that I want, but I know I won't unless I can find it on
Jurassic
sale.
Park set. Yeah. So a lot of people are talking about that. So let's talk about this set, and I'm sure Tia Fan Geek will have his opinions too. A lot of people are talking about that Transformer right there, the truck, or rather I don't know whether it's an SUV or a station wagon. It kind of looks like a station wagon.
It's a Jeep 93.
Right. Yeah. So a lot of people are saying it's a Studio Series Jazz remold. That's just because. Wait! Don't stop me. Just because to see how those tires flip out from underneath and around up to the shoulders, they're saying, "Oh, well, that's a Jazz remold." I don't think so for 1 minute.
No. You know what I think it is? I think it's mold mates with Earthrise, Hoist, and Trailbreaker. It's like when you look at the feet.
Well, maybe this is my opinion. Maybe it shares some similarities from different ones, but I'm thinking it is a new mold, but it has the bones of some other ones. I think it's a new mold. It shares the bones of this or that, but a lot of people are saying it's Jazz. No, it's not Jazz. And one guy was saying, I remember on Facebook in one of the groups, he said, "Oh, I'm in the know. Trust me when I say it's Jazz." No, you don't. You're such a liar.
Well, I have the Studio Jazz, but when I see this one, my issues with it is that it's for the price tag for 100. He's a deluxe. He's not a Voyager, and the other one's a leader class. Yes. But this is one of the reasons why, unless someone was nice enough to give me a gift of this, that would probably not be in my. What was my computer doing? Go back.
Your computer has a mind of its own. It's being taken over.
You all know that. I do. To me, I'm with Ninja Bill. I think it's a totally new mold. I really
think it's a
do.
new
I don't
mold.
think it's because I've been eyeballing it, looking at it. You see the feet.
Yeah.
It does have hollow points, but I don't recognize any other Transformer that has this. I mean,
And that's one thing that some people were pointing out on TFW 2005. One of the figures that could be retooled from the Jurassic Park Jeep is Armada Red Alert.
Yep. The people on Facebook's been saying the same thing. I neither agree nor disagree. It could happen.
So my thinking is next year, 2020, the year 2022 is one of the highlights of that year of next year going to be celebrating the 20th anniversary of Transformers Armada.
Mm-hmm.
well, I mean, I'm curious because you also saw where they did drop. I want to talk about this guy here.
They could do that, and then it'll be a Generation Select exclusive, and I'll be just as angry. So I am tired of exclusives. All right, I know Hasbro doesn't really have a choice. When these companies throw the money at them, Hasbro says okay, and then does them because that's how they throw their weight around at Hasbro. They throw more money at them, and then Hasbro does it because they've got they've signed contracts and now they're obligated to them, and so there's all these exclusives. Look, my problem with exclusives in the last say 4 lines. All right.
Mhm.
Here's my problem. When you have legendary characters, Optimus Prime, the 3 main Seekers, etc. When you have legendary status characters, right, as
Right.
exclusives rather than mainline retail, that's a problem. Why do you put Skywarp or Thundercrapper as I call them
Thundercrapper, is that what you said?
I do because I don't like. Look, I don't like Thundercracker.
The cone
right?
heads.
I don't like Thundercracker. I think I don't. So I call him
Sorry.
Thundercrapper.
Please forgive me.
So, no. It's meant to be funny. It's meant to be funny. Thundercrapper is what I call him that because I don't like him. But it shouldn't. They should or Ratchet. All right. Why is Ratchet an exclusive? Why?
Uh-huh.
Does that really make any sense? Okay, so you put him with a Paradron medic. You could have put Paradron medic with anybody else. Why put him with a legendary status character?
Yeah,
Everybody knows Ratchet.
Yeah. And that leads
the other thing
into one of the
you
questions. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Let me finish. One thing I think that happened with Earthrise, due to the pandemic, they had to go with more exclusives.
Now, that I don't buy that for a second.
Well, I mean, you look at it for money making. You have to pay for the shelf of the rental space for that stuff, and really, Earthrise had, I think, some of the worst plastic, some of the worst QC issues, and the worst own exclusives. It's one of the most exclusives line that ended up for Hasbro, other than the Shatterglass now. But I blame a lot of that on the pandemic and the fact of Hasbro cutting costs really when they shouldn't have, but they did. And look at Earthrise as almost a failure line, I hate to say, overall.
Well, they've always done the cost cutting in the last 10 years. And let's
Mhm.
face it, they've done cost cutting, yet increased prices, which doesn't make sense. You can tell where the money's going, and it's certainly not into the Transformers line. This being, it looks good. It does look good. That Goldbug or
Goldbug.
Yeah, Goldbug. Is that Goldbug?
It's
Yeah.
Shatterglass Goldbug.
Yeah,
Shatterglass Goldbug.
Shatterglass Goldbug. Okay, yeah, I was right then. I guess it's okay. And it reminds me of that movie Bumblebee, the Night what was it? Night Stalker Bumblebee or whatever
Oh,
it
Shadow
was.
Stealth Bumblebee.
Shadow Stealth.
Yeah, that one. Honestly, it reminds me more of that one.
And I know it's a tool that's just right from
But
the clip.
you see what's there. You see what's on the right of the screen. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
that is where Hasbro's money goes. That
Oh yeah.
is where all their money goes. Board games, card games, electronic games. That's where all our money goes.
Oh yeah.
That
And I
is
mean,
where it goes.
and that's why I would love to get the Jurassic Park mashup, but for the price tag, I can't afford that. That's just way too much for my budget. For a leader class and for a deluxe,
Yeah,
it's kind of like,
$104.99. That's out of my bulk. Look,
yeah.
this cost me $209 all in, $209 all in.
See, that's
And
how
me and my
budget.
brother goes, all right, so, and it was 164, right?
Right.
But taxes and shipping is what got me. Taxes and shipping is what got me.
Yeah.
That's what made it the price it was for me. So, it's still a good figure. Oh, there's die cast on the bottom of his feet too. I forgot to mention. I said in the joints, but there's also a slab of die cast right here. It's not that thick, but you can see,
Oh, okay.
die cast
On the
right
butt.
there. And that foot is the biggest pain in the ass of the transformation. This foot right here is the biggest problem of that transformation. Because if you don't position this just absolutely the right way, absolutely the right angle, you have to have, you have to have one part of it at a nice 19-degree angle, the other part of it at a 23-degree angle, with a 45-degree angle on the pivot, and a 16-point angle on the other pivot. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous
And going
how tough it is to get him into his alt mode. It's ridiculous. That Sky Warp, I like it. It's the only reason I would buy that set is for Sky Warp. But I'm telling you, it's such a letdown because if all they're doing is recoloring existing figures, then we're not getting a Magna Boss.
No, we're not. No, we're not. And I'm gonna be honest with you too. I don't see why we're getting another Megatron. I don't see the purpose of another Megatron.
Which Megatron?
The exclusive. They got this.
The Karatomi Premium Finish Megatron.
Yeah, and then they also got the one in the box. This comes with the Matrix attached to bullets.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't see.
I would love to have that SSO.
That leads into the question I want. Yeah, that leads into the question I was going to ask. What Ninjaville pointed out with Earthrise Ratchet, and what you just pointed out with Megatron Autocrat Primer. My question is, if they're going to re-release figures for a second time, why not re-release the figures that have been hard for collectors to find? Why not re-release it? If you re-release a deluxe figure in the Kingdom line, why not release the Army Builder, Alicon? Or better yet, why not re-release Runabout in the Kingdom line?
Yep.
Yes.
I mean, imagine if fans got a second chance at Runabout in the Kingdom line. How exciting would that be to have another chance to get Runabout to go with Runamuck?
Yep.
And
Exactly.
And if you're going to re-release a leader class figure instead of Optimus Prime, why didn't you go with Double Dealer? I mean, from what I've heard, he was one of the hardest to find leader class figures of Earthrise.
Yep.
Which I find crazy because you have a discount store as Ollie's, and they're selling it for $20. And the other thing I don't understand too is why is RC being, her being released? I just don't.
Well, now that I can understand.
What'd you say? I lost my internet signal. What'd you say?
I was saying that the figures that I was also looking at, that is the fact of RC also is like, why has she been given another? Why not give us another Fembot?
I'll tell you why RC's given another run. Because traditionally speaking, for the last 15 years or so, RC has been the number one hardest figure to find because people and scalpers grab him up. When's the last time you saw a Thrilling 30s RC at a decent price?
Oh, no. I agree. I do like the fact that on Hasbro Pulse, they have limited you to one or two.
Yeah. I appreciate that. Every time it breaks my heart. Every time I see that.
Which one?
Oh, take a guess.
I'm gonna guess Rekgar.
No,
the
Heartfire.
yes. He looks so good. Oh, but I'm not gonna pay that price for him. But he looks so good.
Yeah, that. I
He
just
looks
think
so good.
he does. And TFN had, if he hadn't said something about him, I would have completely missed him. But he was something that. And Nikki was like, "Oh, it's red, white, and blue. I'm definitely going to be ordering that." She's like you, TFN, the red, white, and blue. That's something she has to get. So
Now, if we get him, Tia Fan Geek, do you suppose we could actually get an Auto Trooper or two?
Auto Trooper. What do you
Yeah.
mean?
Auto Trooper.
Oh, well, I don't know who the Auto Trooper is, but I do know from that mold we could get Road Hauler.
And suddenly the magic is gone.
Hey,
What magic? Oh, me knowing everything about Transformers?
And suddenly the
Please.
magic is gone. Yes.
Oh, please. It was never that magical to begin with. It was all logical.
The dictionary has a bug. He has a bug. Yeah.
He has a bug in the dictionary.
Yeah.
Wait, I found it. Ah, it was Waspinator. He took it from me.
It's like, how could you not, you of all people, not know about the Auto Troopers? Oh man, look at that slag.
I know.
Slug.
Yeah. But I actually first heard you mention it on your video, on a video you did several years ago, Ninja Bill, and then I looked into it, and apparently I can't remember the whole thing because I couldn't find much on it, but apparently in Japan, culturally, good spirits, when the Japanese see them, they're usually mostly in white, but then they have red and blue outlines on them.
Yep.
And so basically in Japan, when you see something dressed in red, white, and blue, it's a sign of prosperity for you. So for different reasons in Japan, red, white, and blue are regarded as heroic colors. That's why you have a lot of Autobots from the G1 line, such as Star Saber, God Jinrai, Ultra Magnet, Prime, having red, white, and blue as the main paint job. And also why in the Gundam franchise, most of the heroic Gundams are red, white, and blue.
Yep. I want that premium finish G1 opt, and I'll tell you why. No, that's the Siege version. I was thinking about I was thinking about the movie one, the Bumblebee Prime one, because that's the only one I'm missing. I want the Studio Series Bumblebee Prime. I wanted it so bad, and I'm missing it. And
that's a good figure.
Autocorrect Primer sent me this one. I was kind of hoping he'd send me that one too, but he didn't. But this one is just as awesome. I can't. He's so awesome. I haven't put him up on my Prime shelves yet. That should tell you how much I like him.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey Otto.
Yes. Oh hey, that's right. I just was clicking your button. I was back over at Hasbro. Hey, welcome. My ghost in the back.
Hey,
that slug.
You want
that slug?
You want to full screen me?
Wait, you want to show something? Give me a second.
Yes, sir, I do. I finally got my package in today instead of tomorrow, and I am so happy to have my Transformers, Transmetals, Beast Wars, Optimal Optimus.
Oh,
Nice.
congrats. The original, nice.
Does he have all the accessories?
No, I got for $20, legit. $20.
Oh, that's sad.
I'm gonna have fun for his accessories. It was broken, but it's able to stay on. And legit, I did it on the lights.
You're breaking up really bad. You're breaking up really, really bad.
Hang on. Can you send me a link on Discord or something?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let me. I'll do that. Let's see. Sure. Oh, and he's gone.
And he's gone.
And
like a ghost in the night.
Give me a second. I'm trying to.
I'm sorry to make a joke out of that.
No, you're fine.
No.
Let's see.
Thanks. My family tells me all the time I have a very dry sense of humor.
We could throw some water on it.
And throw out my pilot light.
Nah, the Studio Series, I saw that they've got the premium finish. I see the one you're talking about that's on Big Bad Toy Store now. Okay. I have not seen that one yet. That looks nice. I like the paint on that.
Yeah.
That looks really good.
Now, supposedly, Takara wasn't going to do the, different color schemes, blah blah blah. But I'm sure glad they're bringing it back because half the reason we bought the Japanese Legends series toys was because of the looks.
Yes.
So
And also the exclusive
and
figures.
and Hasbro telling Takara, well, you can't do that anymore, was really a shot in their own arm. They should have known better. They should have known better. Well, we're merging it now. We'll put Takara and Hasbro on the same box, and they have to do what we do, and that was just dumb because that is not how the Japanese audience works. And Hasbro doesn't know what the hell they're doing.
But that's the thing. Why didn't they just try and release the Japanese exclusive characters in Hasbro markets? I'm sure there's a decent sized fan base amongst older collectors who'd want those characters without having to pay the import costs.
Is, Hasbro doesn't understand the Japanese Transformer market, okay? There's a reason why the LG characters and toys sell as well as they have, all right? Hasbro doesn't understand that market. Japanese collectors are a different animal than we are. And that's a fact. That's just true. Are.
Yeah.
They're crazier fans than we are.
Oh, yeah.
We love these. They got nothing.
They're very loyal. They're extremely loyal to their.
They're extremely loyal. And
loyal has a different definition in Japan.
Yeah. I'll be right back, guys.
All right. So yeah, I was looking. I saw that I'm curious why we've not seen anything like new pre-orders being released for Studio Series or for the Kingdom line for the next wave. Does anybody have any ideas?
I have my own personal theory, and I think it's kind of what happened last year with the Earthrise line.
Mm-hmm.
So before the pandemic broke out last year, Wave 3 of a particular line, let's say the Siege line back in 2019, it was released around July. And they originally, I believe, before the pandemic broke out, Hasbro wanted Wave 3 of Earthrise to be released around July. But because of the pandemic, they pushed it back to September. And so my personal theory is that with the pandemic, quote unquote, over, but just because people no longer have to wear masks out in public if they've been vaccinated, my personal theory is that retailers are uncertain if they should do like they did before the pandemic and release the next upcoming group in July for the summer, or if they should wait like they did last year in 2020 and push it back to September and wait for an autumn-fall market release, since it's much closer to Christmas and the holidays, and people will start thinking about buying up for the year's end. That's my personal theory.
I could see that.
Before the pandemic, Wave 3 of Combiner Wars, Wave 3 of Titan's Return, and Wave 3 of Power of the Primes were released during July. Even Siege was released during the month of July.
Now, we were discussing about the release, and I see Lord Ghost is. I don't see his. Are you there?
He's there, but only in spirit.
Only in spirit. That's why he's the ghost. Do you think that the pandemic, in your opinion, do you think that's the reason why we had so many of the exclusives and the quality wasn't the greatest during that? It's because of the waiting or trying not to, I guess, not lose money, I guess that's the best way I could probably say it for the Earthrise.
I think that there is some truth to that, but more about the financial situation. I don't think Hasbro, along with all the other toy companies, sorry for using the T word in your video, autocorrect primer try to avoid my own. Yeah, but I think the other toy companies, they didn't want people to say that, oh no, our children got COVID-19 because they opened up this toy because an employee at this store or someone at the factory who was packaging the toy was infected with it, and so I think that's why they were with caution. They didn't want to say, toys that are being manufactured overseas are one of the causes of COVID-19 spreading around. So I think that's one reason why they didn't want legal action taken against them or any legal blame to be placed on them for the virus spreading around. So I remember, I don't know if you guys had this happen in your area of where you in the states where you guys live, but I remember here in my area of California, they actually asked people for a while if they weren't wearing gloves before they left the store, like stuff that would be like packaged in like glass or plastic. Some of the employees are encouraged to wipe it down with disinfectant wipes before and putting it in the shopping bags of customers.
Now, when we would go to the store, they would actually have it set up where you could use hand sanitizer if you wanted to, which I did. Plus, I carried my own. But yeah, that was dealing with that. How are you doing today, Ghost? You with us?
Right now, his mic is muted. So
okay. I'll pull. I am surprised that. Well, I shouldn't be that surprised, but I am surprised that the pre-orders for these guys here, especially for Nala and for old Slag, or Slug, I should say. You got a Daniel Wiki little figure that comes with him. Yeah, it looks like it's the same way as the Willy. It doesn't look like it transforms at all. It looks like it's just a
And that's disappointing, but hey, I just hope they don't do Carly that way.
Well, that's the thing. Carly didn't appear in the film, so.
In the cartoon?
Right. Yeah, well, she did in the cartoon, but not.
In the movie.
Oh, in the movie, no, you're right. Yeah, it's not in the movie. In the cartoon.
Yeah, and if they're basing it off the movie, pretty much the only other character they could release is Kranix.
Yeah, but we're only going to get only one more of the Dinobots.
I know we're only getting 3 of them, not all 5.
Yeah,
and that was something I discussed on TFW 2005 a few weeks ago. Is what if if they did do all 5 Dinobots? What if the other minifigures that came with them were Blasters cassettes? Like Swoop could come with Steeljaw and Ramhorn, and then Sludge could come with Rewind, and Snarl could come with Eject. I mean, how cool would that have been if Blaster's cassette bots were the other, were the smaller partners that came with the other Dinobots?
That would be really nice.
That is probably the only Shattered Glass toy I would buy is that Starscream, because he looks like Jetfire. And there again, another darn Megatron.
Yeah.
Look, they're milking the heck out of this mold, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they definitely are.
Version, they're just milking the heck out of it, and enough is enough. But the only reason I would buy that Grimlock Mirage 2-pack is for Mirage. Literally the only reason. I could care less about Grimlock, but I would buy it for that Mirage alone, because that Mirage is awesome.
It is. And there's no translucent plastic on it. It looks really good. And I did put my pre-order in for this because I like the head sculpt on the Grimlock. And I was like, I actually do like the Dinobot, even though he's just pretty much just a shell former. He just transforms, no movement or anything.
I need a Mirage to complete my updated G1 lineup. The only Mirage I have is the Netflix Decepticon version, and I need a G1 looking version. Because and I like this toy. This toy is actually better than the initial Siege release because it doesn't use translucent plastic, so it's better.
Yes,
but it doesn't look the part unless you're looking at.
And that was the thing for me. I skipped out on the Netflix one, but I had the Siege one.
But you got the Netflix one.
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't get the Netflix.
No, I encouraged you to get it. I think you got it, from what I remember. I told you before the series was out that it was a zombie version. You ended up picking it up at one point, I think.
he was.
No, he didn't take it.
No, no. I
Because
don't think I got.
I'll tell you what happened is ACP was on a toy hunt, right? And he was
Mhm.
he and I were talking on Discord while he was doing this, and he later released a toy hunt video, but he passed on these because he didn't want one or
Yeah.
didn't find it. I can't. Yeah. So he passed on that. I was talking to him at the time while he and Nikki were on a toy hunt, and
Yep.
So I know he doesn't have one because he said he didn't pick it up. So
Yeah. I definitely didn't get that one at all. I passed on it, but I am not passing on this one. Nikki was like, "Okay, it's Grimlock. She loves Grimlock." She's like, "But it's not really Grimlock." I was like, "I know, but
technically, yes, it's from the Beast Wars comic. Okay, the IDW
yes.
Beast Wars comic is what it's from, and that's the only appearance of Grimlock in the Dinobot mold, original Dinobot mold, and subsequently this one now as well. So, and there was a toy as well, Beast Wars Grimlock toy. Again, it was in the Dinobot mold. That Dinobot mold was used a lot. It was used a lot, but I do want that Mirage. The only reason I'm probably not going to get it because of this 2-pack and a little bit out of my price range right now. Everything's out of my price. I had to cancel all my pre-orders, so I'm not getting the Arc. I'm not getting a bunch of things. The only reason I got this Galvatron, I canceled my pre-order, was because my brother found it. It's amazing that my pre-order hadn't been filled when I canceled it, and he was already out in retail. So,
yeah.
What website did you pre-order him from?
BBTS.
Okay, yeah, and that's one thing that Autocorrect Primer was asking earlier, and that's one thing I was gonna point out. The retailers, they're unfamiliar if they should do what they did. They're uncertain if they should do what they did last year with the Earthrise line, or do what they did 2 years ago with the Siege line and release the next group of Transformers during this month or during the middle of summer, or if they should wait until summer's over. And that's why half of them are getting Wave 3 of Kingdom now, and the other half are still saying that they won't get released until September.
Yeah, I cannot tell you how many times I've passed up on the DC's clone and whatever that barricade is. I cannot tell you how many times I've But the only reason I would pick up that DC's clone is so I could make an Ironhide out of it, because I never found an Ironhide. Because there again, he was an exclusive. Why was he an exclusive? I don't get it. A legendary figure as an exclusive is bullshit, BS, and the only reason I would get that DC's clone is so I could customize it to look like Ironhide.
Yeah.
Because it shouldn't have been Ironhide should never been an exclusive. But yes, we can hear you, TFN Geek.
No. Well, I got 3 copies of the DZS Army drone.
I got one. What's that, Ghost?
I was gonna say my Optimal Optimus, the lights work on it perfectly. Yeah, regardless if it had a broken cannon and it was missing accessories, completely worth the money.
Well, make sure you check the batteries, because you know, like how I am, I don't ever leave batteries in. Oh, okay.
I took the batteries out, and it works 100%.
Okay, just we'll make sure, because if a lot of times they get left in there. But yeah, I'm like Ninja Bill. I would love to be able to get that Arc, but my budget is towards. Yeah, he's got his fully complete. It's beautiful. Leader class is pretty much the only one I'll get now that I'll keep my eyes open now for TFN Geek, but is the Galvatron, and to me that's
Primer.
Yeah. By the way, go ahead.
I'm keeping an eye out for a Netflix Soundwave for TFN Geek as well.
Yeah, thank you guys all so much. I'm really grateful, and I really appreciate it a lot. Thank you both.
I do have. It should come whenever Retgar gets released, I did put 2 orders in at Big Bad Toy Store, so hopefully I'll get both of those in. Because like I sent Star Ghost, I was very surprised that I had a second one that came in, and had I not looked,
Galvatron.
yeah, the Galvatron,
Oh,
yeah,
thank you for that figure, man. I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna say this. I don't care what anyone says. This is my opinion and my opinion alone. I'm gonna say this, and I know you have your words about the little 2 ships he comes with. In my opinion, I actually like the 2 little ships. They're nicely detailed and all that. And to be honest, that Galvatron is definitely worth the money.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. I don't know if people want.
I did not take them off my nightstand.
Yeah, if people want to complain about the extra, revenge accessories, that's on them. But I think they're nice accessories. I think they do complement the both modes quite nicely. So it's good. It's good. It's a good all around, probably the single best Galvatron toy we've ever gotten, and I don't really have any complaints about it, other than this accessory could have been better. It could have been painted. It could have tabbed in robot mode as well as it does here in his alt mode. That's my only real complaint. Is I think that he needed a bit more paint. Like this chain, they could have made a gunmetal color or something, but it's I don't know. Maybe I'm just not satisfied with it. That's my problems. I'm just not satisfied with it. But other than that, it's a good accessory. It makes sense because of how he was in the movie. These are nice accessories too because it gives you, little revenge ships or just extra cannons to use, and it looks like it belongs there. Sure, it doesn't, but look, I mean, it makes sense the way they did that. It makes sense. So I don't have a
Yeah, and
problem with
I
it.
like the detail in them, regardless if they're. I can understand people would complain that they're not purple, but still, I don't care. They're nice little models.
Paint them purple. That's what I'm going to do with mine. I'm going to paint them.
And by the way, Otto. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was
You
done.
first.
I'm just showing off purple potato.
yeah.
Mhm.
I'm gonna show this off, Otto. I
What's
love
up?
the Starscream you sent me. I really do love the Starscream, but there's one complaint I do have. I have a negative on mine. Is that this is the only loose gun.
So, really? I'm here to tell you. I've got. Look, 72 Starscream is probably the best Studio Series Starscream we've ever gotten.
Yeah.
Yes, I love this figure.
You have
The only thing is that this little piece here is loose, but other than that, I love the Starscream figure.
Let me see your feet. Your calves on both of yours.
The what? The calves?
The calves. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, the legs where the wing.
Yeah.
See?
Okay.
What about it?
See that he says he was missing the little fin.
No. How it is ACP is this? If you enlarge my screen out, or you, what it is it looks. You're probably thinking it does because of this piece right here.
Yeah.
How it look? See, it looks like hey, there's a piece missing, but it's not because it actually wraps around this piece that's on the wing. This piece right here it wraps around it. That's why it's designed like that. Because you look on this and you said, "Oh, see, well, it's filled in because of this wing here." Well, that's not so. It wraps around and fills it out. So
Yeah,
that's probably I don't know.
I look forward to the Acid Storm one also, and I like that you could turn the wings upside down like it was in the movie.
Yeah. I love this toy. My only complaint is the main weapon and how it's not level with the arm when it's pegged in. As you can see, it's not level. That's my only real complaint with it. And a lot of people forget to pull these out for transformation because they're up and you're supposed to pull them down. They forget to tab those into place. And so I see a lot of reviewers who haven't done that. But mine is solid. The only real complaint I have is these pieces that you fold out, the plastic pieces, are paper thin, and I think they'll break easy. because there are a lot of how shall I put this? People who are heavy-handed with their Transformers.
Like me.
Yeah.
Pudgy hand. That's the way I am.
I'm
They're
all
he-
thumbs.
No. No, as in
We need to
they
that our fingers are thick
pull,
and
they
muscular.
pull and yank and clasp and press,
And we
when they
apply
don't
more
have
pressure than we realize we're doing. We don't know our own strength in our fingers.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Well, I mean,
I mean,
I
I
have
was-
to be careful because I don't have a lot of feeling in my right hand, so I'm always having to
Yeah.
make sure.
no,
pay
I
attention.
get that. It's
And-
just
But
that.
yeah, I still crushed the crap out of some Transformers.
But
I'm going to say this. Oh, go ahead.
I think this is a great representation. Probably
Yes.
one of the best
Oh, yeah.
movie representation Starscreams we've ever gotten to date. It surpasses even, and now unless they do an MPM, maybe it'll be better than this. But no, this thing is solid. It's got
I love
paint everywhere, and even
Mhm.
you think that these hollow points are a bad point, but no. Molded detail.
Details.
Molded details
Yes.
in there. It's actually molded
Even
detail.
even the arms.
Even the arms.
Insides of the arms.
Yeah, inside the arms. It's got molded details in there to fill it out. So sure, it may look like waffling, but it's got molded detail to fill in that waffling. That's the difference. And they did it on this guy. They did it,
Cool.
and it's done so well. And the reds are really vibrant. The blues
Mhm.
are really vibrant. I mean, everything just pops on this guy, and such a good figure, and I like it. It's
And
such a
also-
good figure.
Since he is a little bit has some like modeling parts from Blitzwing, I did a comparison. This figure is bigger than Blitzwing.
Well, it's not. He doesn't share anything of the Blitzwing mold. It's an entirely new. The only actually, technically speaking, the only thing he shares is his crotch and the upper
yeah.
thighs. Everything else is a different new mold. Everything else. He does it. It may look like it transformed the same way, but no. This is an all new beast. This is an all new beast, and I greatly enjoy it. And his transformation is intuitive. What?
So what you're saying is we need Thundercracker and Skywarp repainted from that thing yesterday?
Yes. I don't get Thrust. Why is Thrust green?
Well,
Yeah,
from
I
what
didn't
I
understand.
heard, from what
Why-
I heard, and from what I heard from the people that designed that, they wanted to make a reference to Transformers Armada because Thrust was green. That's what they wanted to do.
Well, he was mostly silvery. Well, he was mostly gunmetal gray, but he had brown green highlights. The Armada version of Thrust.
See, Thrust in my mind should be one color. That's crimson red, and end
Yeah.
of story.
Yeah.
That's the G1 in me.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, that's the G1 in me. But this really is the head sculpt on this. The face
Yes.
sculpt, really nice.
The head sculpt is nicely detailed. You can see the black lines on it too.
Yeah, the red eyes really pop on that silver and black helmet. I mean, it's all there with this guy. If I had to, at the end of 2021, when I do best of 2021, this guy is going to be on the list. This guy is going to be on the Galvatron. Obviously, is going to be on that list. Obviously, I mean, come on.
Yes. I'm going to say this. What do you think of both Galvatron and Cyclonus from the Kingdom? Like their engineering, like
I like
I think
Cyclones. You know what? You just made me. I have yet to do a Scourge, Cyclonus, and Galvatron pictures. I've yet to do any pictures.
Oh,
of
God.
the three of them together. What is wrong with me? Tia Fan Geek, what is wrong with me, man? What have I done?
You haven't done
man?
anything. You haven't done anything. You just have your minds just has been wandering away from robots in disguise.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
this is my personal theory I have is that some people are like saying that the Kingdom line originally wasn't going to have characters from the Beast Wars. That was just a last minute change that Hasbro and Takara Tomy did because so many fans were belly aching about bring the beasts back, bring the beasts back.
I love
and
the
so
way
my
you said
personal
Billy.
Yeah. And so my personal theory is that the Kingdom line was actually going to concentrate on the characters from the G1 movie to coincide with the release of HasLab Unicron. That's why we got Voyager figures of Cyclonus and Scourge and a leader class figure of Galvatron this year, was so that to go with HasLab Unicron, his heralds could also join him.
But here's the question then. Why did they include the ones they have in the Kingdom line when they were already doing it in the Studio Series line?
That's another theory that some of the fans have. The Studio Series, the characters in the Studio Series line were originally supposed to be in the Kingdom line.
That's what I think.
And when they brought back the Beast Wars characters, the ones that they felt could be released in the Studio Series line under the banner of the Generation 1 movie, they were moved from the Kingdom line and put there. Because like if you look at the Studio Series, when you look at the Studio Series line, like when you look at the Scourge, the back of his box, he has a one-sentence bio explaining that he's an upgraded form of Thundercracker. So if Cyclonus had been given the same one-sentence bio saying he was a recreation of which character, who became Cyclonus, and that's why he was thrown in the Kingdom. That's why he remained in the Kingdom line instead.
Yep. Hey, fellas, I've got to go. Thanks for having ACP.
TFN,
Ruben, Ghost of Larson, Lord Starscream. I'm not going to say it. No. Anyway, you guys have a great night. I got to split.
All right. Thank you.
Have a good night, Mr. Bill.
And ACP, man, I hope you get better soon. And thank you everyone here, ACP and TFN Geek, for, I'm still, like I said at the beginning of the show, I still think he's going to walk through the door. I still think I'm going to smell and cook him bacon eggs in the morning. It's only been 2 weeks, man, and since he passed, and it's I want to thank you guys again for reaching out to me, and checking on me. Really, really appreciate it.
I sometimes feel the same way with my grandma. I lost her in March, and I still wake up and think that her not being here is a crazy dream that I can never escape.
Yep. So thank you, gentlemen. You have a great night. Hope you have a great 4th of July weekend. And tell Nikki.
I will.
Take care, Nikki. Bye.
I'm going to say real quick, I wanted to say this. I did a comparison, not in a video, but I took my Siege Netflix Megatron, which I still love that figure. I'm hoping I'll be able to find the Kingdom one regardless. And I did the T-Rex Megatron and Kingdom Galvatron side by side. I love the comparisons, but I'm going to say this. I picked up both the Galvatron and T-Rex. T-Rex feels a lot heavier than Galvatron. I have to say it. With the rubbery plastic, he feels a lot more heavier. Like, my hands just scream like T-Rex is heavier from the weight. I'm just giving how I feel.
Yeah. I was going to show you all. I think if you can't find her, I'll just show these guys off.
I'm going to say this. This Optimal Optimus is heavy. I love it.
Yes, he is a very heavy figure.
And also, I'm going to say one last thing. If you wanted, since the cockpit could open, if you can find a marble or something, you could put it in his chest and close it as if he's carrying Prime Spark.
That's true. Nikki did surprise me with these guys. So here is Zartan. And talking about detailed figures, these things are really detailed, including the fact that you can untab and open up. It has all these details inside of it. Even a mask that you can actually take off and put over Zartan's face.
Nice.
It gives him another mask. The 6-inch Joes are very much detailed. I've been very surprised. It's got molding detail on there. I'm like, and then.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. Thank you for this Starscream.
Starting to wonder what my life would have been like if I'd been able to become a G.I. Joe fan.
See, G.I. Joe was first, Transformers was second for me, and I was trying to stay away from this line because I was focused on G.I. Joes. I am so much in love with these figures, and I'm
gosh,
they are absolutely magnificent. And if you
Oh my
watch the
gosh.
cartoons, you can actually watch the cartoons on YouTube, and they hold up the time, which is surprising.
I'm gonna say this from
My thing.
what?
Well, my thing was.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Lord Master Starscream.
No, I want you to go first.
I was just going to say
You-
part of the reason why I didn't get into GI Joe was because when I was a kid, my family, my parents, they didn't want me to think the idea of warfare and people fighting each other with military grade weapons would be something funny.
Yeah,
And
I can
actually,
understand that.
my first toy tank was the Armada Deluxe class figure of
And
and
see,
I
my
didn't get him
family
until I was
always in the
12.
military. And my family was always in the military. I'm the
Yeah.
only one that's never served the military, and that was only because I had cancer.
Uh.
And so I got denied entry.
Uh.
But I still have an older brother who is still in the military. He's made a career out of it, and you know, I think with us, it wasn't that it was war that was being made fun of or entertaining. It was showing that ideals should be important and honor should be very important, and that was one of the things that you got from the GI Joe line, which still today I was like watching some of the cartoons the other day, and I was like, oh my god, that's why I feel that way about certain things, and it kind of mirrors also with the Transformers. They both had those really good morals of knowing what is evil and what is good, and GI Joe was always helping out the underdog, helping out the common people, which I thought was cool.
Yeah, I'm
And
gonna say
Cobra
this.
was always about and Cobra was more of a taking an advantage. It was looking for ways to take advantage of people. And I think that the stories, if people give it a chance to look at it and watch it now, they would be very surprised with the story arcs that they came up with, because I mean, it's so much not about blow this thing up, blow this up, use guns here, hurt your fellow man. It's more on how can we use our resources and work together. And that was something that I always enjoyed from it. But
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
gonna say
but they do
I
look
like
good.
I like this Galvatron figure. It's awesome, and man, I'm just saying, when I opened the box and I saw the artwork, I was blown away. And I'm gonna say this: whenever you call the Matrix his bling, I know where you got that from. You got it from MGO.
No, I called it as bling. This actually is
MGO called it his bling too.
Well, see, my students would wear gold chains and stuff like that, and that was where they got their bling bling. It was all from their gold stuff. So, as a rapper's term, actually, which is funny,
Yeah.
rappers refer to it as their bling bling. I just draw this.
So yeah, this figure is definitely worth it, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And
oh yeah, like I said, for the cost of admission for him, absolutely he is. He absolutely is.
have you seen Bolt Matrix's video where he just took some rubbing alcohol, rubbed off the battle wear here and off his chest and arms?
No, I
legit. You can take rubbing alcohol and rub it all off. Legit, that's all it takes. All you need is this rubbing alcohol and a paper towel, and it doesn't take too much force. You can legit rub it off, no problem.
Well, I've been dealing with the kidney stone, so I have. I have not got a chance to watch anybody's reviews or I haven't even done the GI Joe reviews or anything yet.
And by the way, I wanted to say this: from a $20 figure from back then, wow. And also, let me do a comparison. I'm not going to try to turn them around, but you can see the comparison from $20 to $50 now.
Yep.
But still, regardless, and I'm not kidding, the lights work on it. I thought this was the switch, but I didn't know I had to pull back on the trigger, where you would shoot out the missiles for it to light up. And he's not flaking at all. I mean, every once in a while I'll rub on the little vents, and a little tiny bit will rub off, but I'm going to try to look up some videos to see if I could put a protective coating on it or something, if there is such a thing. But go ahead, TFN Geek. I think you were going to say something.
No, I was just going to say, I remember the days when walking into KB Toys and seeing Armada Unicron on the show for $50.
Oh, God.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, I could see him being worth $50. And wait, hang on. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did you say the Starscream figure, that giant Starscream figure, was $20 or something back then?
On the Cybertron line, Starscream was, I think, $50 as well.
Oh, what? But wow, that's. I mean, for a toy of its time, definitely worth $50.
I remember I'll never forget that day. I walked into Target, saw him on the shelf, and I looked at my wallet. Hey, I have enough money to buy him. So, even though my parents were shocked I bought something so huge, I went home with Cybertron Starscream, no problem.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Hey, can you?
And to this day, that holds the title of being the physically largest Starscream figure to ever be released.
And by the way, I did unbox the Godzilla figure. I love that Godzilla figure. I did have to loosen up the joints here and there. I popped off his tail a couple of times, loosening up his joints. He is a little bit fiddly because you do have to maneuver some of the pieces. Like if you want him in a certain pose, you have to maneuver his pieces to hide the gaps. That way it doesn't look like you can see through them, but still.
We did. I did watch the new Godzilla on Netflix, and it's okay.
It definitely does have a lot of based on reality type stuff with archetype and all that. I've seen the clips and I have seen the Japanese version. So I'm maybe later on tonight, depending how I'm feeling, I might go watch it, depending how tired I am.
Yeah, same here. I was going to show y'all. G.I. Joe is now, Hasbro is doing the same thing with G.I. Joes as they did with the Transformers. A lot of exclusives.
That reminds me. Before getting into Transformers, I think that was the last thing I got into. Actually, no, it was also the Avengers. But I started out with like Ninja Turtles. Then I got into Godzilla. And the first Godzilla movie I saw was the one directed by Roland Emmerich, the one that looks like a raptor or a T-Rex or whatever you want to call it. And then my family took me, then I was into Power Rangers. All I cared about was Power Rangers at the time, even to 2007. And then my family took me to watch Transformers, instantly turned away from Power Rangers and got into Transformers.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last thing I got into was the Avengers stuff.
I'm sad because, like, right here, one of the characters that I really like, which is Barbecue, is the guy in the red outfit, is a Target or Hasbro Pulse exclusive. But Nikki was able to order this one for me, so I will have this one. But the other one is Snake Eyes with Timberwolf, which is yeah.
How much is that figure?
Let me see. It comes with 41.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Heck
but
no.
it comes with it's a 6-inch figure, and the dog is fully articulated, head removes, weapons and everything. You got sidearms, a knife, the rifle.
Uzi.
Yeah. A Uzi. And
legit.
Yeah, I mean, he comes with a lot of stuff. And the articulation on the Timberwolf is like, I was looking at some of the stuff that they were doing on the figure itself, and I was like, wow.
You don't need to full screen me, but my fiance asked me to open up the Blur figure during the live stream. I was unboxing all this stuff because and by the way, she instantly claimed this Blur when she saw it. She's like, "Oh, you got 2 of them. Give me that Blur." But
good.
She told me to open it, and I transformed them. Look good. I was a little bit nervous here and there. I was using a lot of force, and man, I still have those hands, and now I understand why I don't transform my figures. But still, this figure is actually pretty cool.
Hey, Rev.
And I did put his little welding torch underneath the car, and it definitely does look like it was supposed to go
You
there.
fed them any tuna yet, Nikki? You want to? Okay. But yeah, but I did see like showing off these here, and did get wing finger. So this one did come in for Nikki.
I'm gonna say this, even though I'm gonna have to start saving up money to one go, save money to pay you back in the Godzilla, and also I have to make a trip this month. And also, I'm gonna say this: if I had to buy one more Transformer, I'm not gonna be buying any other Transformers this month unless she gets me something. But the last Transformer I might end up getting for a while is gonna be Rhinox. That's the one I'm gonna focus that because I gotta focus on making a trip or one last trip, or I gotta go see my fiance for her birthday this month, and then I'm gonna come down there to see you guys in either next month or the month after.
Yep.
So
and so I did see that we had the new Power Rangers.
the
So are you excited about these, Ruben? You've been awful quiet during this whole thing.
I don't think we've been giving him. Well, I just got here, so and man, I can't believe I slept like a rock. My fiance spammed the heck out of my phone to wake me up because of, but yeah, I don't think he's been talk. I don't think we've been letting him talk that much. But go ahead, Ruben, about your Power Rangers here. This is your thing.
Oh yeah, shit, it was the new. Sorry, bro. I want to get them all, but I don't have the money.
Yeah, they.
Oh,
I was surprised that that they've gone up too, because they've gone up to $22.99 where they used to be like 19. God. Yeah, so I was like, even these figures here are now going up. MODOK, which I would love to get, but I'm not paying $74 for that MODOK.
That figure is weird. No offense, but it's just weird that he could shoot hamburgers out of his chest. I'm like, what the fuck?
You ever seen his Hulu show?
No.
Oh my god, it's hilarious.
I
want the Jurassic Park and the T-Rex.
Yes.
But I don't have the MONEY for that. And
I'm going to say this. I like the name. How do you pronounce that name, TFN Geek? I like how they were created with the T-Rex name.
Oh yeah, Tyrannicon.
Yep.
Tyrannicon Rex. And
yeah, too bad they weren't
that
creative with the Jeep's name.
Yeah, I know JP93. I thought it was funny. But he's got a whole new head sculpt. I mean, he does have, If
you look at his head sculpt, I can't help it. Kind of looks like a little bit like Tarantulas, but maybe it's just me.
I thought it looked like animated Grimlock.
I'll have to look at his head too.
Yeah,
maybe, but like I said, maybe it's just me. You ought to show off the new Snake Eyes movies figures.
Oh, don't you eat the G.I. Joe.
Is that barbecue on sale? I mean, pre-order, by the way.
No, the barbecue figure. Yeah, it's like what we were able to order the one because the Hasbro Pulse made a thing, which I was like, you are allowed to get one or two, which I think is good because that means scalpers aren't going to be able to just automatically buy everything up.
Wing finger. I need 3, so I could one so I could custom paint them.
Hey, Nikki, your baby boy is trying to eat your Transformers. Come here.
Hey, Otto, I don't think you know this. Do you know what the fossilize? And I talked to TFN Geek off stream about this. Do you know what the fossilizers can be based off of, even though they're new characters? You know what they are secretly. You know what the characters actually are.
What's that?
They're actually the Dinobots bones. Here's why. Hear me out. Paleotrex is like a T-Rex. That's
Yep.
Dinobot's bones. And
Yeah.
Ractonite is Slag's bones. Wingfinger is Swoop's bones. And also Vertebrake, even though that's a new character, that's also can be Slash from the Power of the Primes. That could be her bones, since that's a
Yeah.
female Dinobot. I think that's
Yep.
what they were going off of. And also for the Kingdom spoiler pack with Megatron and the purple Paleotrex, I forgot Skelevore. That's actually his name, Skelevore. The purple bones are actually based off of when the Predacons were scanning their beast modes. The bones glowed purple.
Oh,
So
yeah,
there-
they did. Okay.
So yeah, there you go. The fossilizers are the Dinobots, but they did something new. I think that's what they were trying to do. I mean, why select those particular modes instead of like maybe a Brachiosaurus or a different other dinosaur?
Yeah.
So funny.
So, but yeah, I mean,
Mandalorian. Oh, that's a good price.
yeah, I see Black Cat. That's why I was surprised. I mean, you take a look, you got these figures that are $20, and then you get to the newer stuff, and it's now like $23. So it's like everything is going up in price. I got Nikki this one. Where's the Mandalorian?
This is the way.
Yep. I got this one for Nikki coming in. So I did coats.
Bo-Katan.
Yeah, we do love us some Mandalorians. That's one Star Wars stuff that we actually still pick up and get is whenever we can find a Mandalorian. You got the X-Men. They also have the Ultra Magnus. Are y'all excited about the upcoming release for the we'll take that down now. The upcoming release of Kingdom?
Yes.
I'm excited for the series.
Did you see the new
And-
little clip that they put out?
I did.
Yes, with Nemesis
Mhm.
Prime.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and TF Angie talked a little bit about that in my last stream from yesterday. Excuse me. And I also wanted to mention this. I didn't think I was going to get this figure in today. I was supposed to get it in tomorrow, but it came. I guess you decided to come in a little bit early. But
That's good.
yeah, if I do find Kingdom Ronux, but I'm going to say this: this figure will be the last figure I get for a while because I'm going to be saving up some money. So it's going to be one thing after another going forward.
Yeah.
And then you've got where it was released. But I've not seen Waspinator and that stuff be released for pre-orders yet either. Which
Yeah,
I'm
they
still
haven't showed
looking
off.
to see. Yeah.
By the way, you want to see what the other new Kingdom figures are going to look like that they haven't showed? They showed off the artwork on TFW 2005. They showed off Pipes and Shadow Panther and Tigertron.
Yep. I saw Shadow
Alright.
Panther. And I saw that they got artwork that's showing off some of the figures too. Which
And
I'm curious to see, when these things are starting to drop, because I was like, that's why I was asking TF Angie, because I think I agree with TF Angie. I think they are going to push it to, I guess, it's September before they let those get dropped for sale.
and if you
Yeah,
look at the
because-
animation, oh, go ahead. You first. You spoke first.
Yeah, because I was going to say, if they do push it back to September, that means they can push back Wave 4, the final wave of Kingdom, to November and release it on Black Friday for Christmas.
Right.
Ooh. Tigertron for my birthday, or Tigertron
Well,
for Christmas for me. My birthday is past.
My birthday's 3 weeks from tomorrow.
Ooh.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
Nice.
also wondering, because we got July 29th is when the season's supposed to drop, or when it's supposed to come on Netflix.
Yeah.
how many figures? I mean, how many characters do you think we're going to get to see in this?
Well, you mean, not counting characters that we've already seen in Siege and Earthrise. I'm thinking maybe 10 at most.
10 at most.
And
So
yeah, Maximals, you've got Optimus Primal, Rat Trap, Cheetor, Rhinox, and Tigertron, Air Razor. That's 6. On the Predacons, you've got Megatron, Dinobot, Black Arachnia, and then you've got Nemesis Prime in there as well.
And also, Scorponok was on the Kingdom poster, but it probably, I want to say it doesn't mean he's going to be in the show, but I mean, heck, one of the Earthrise characters that did not appear that is on the poster is what's the repaint of Hoist? Trailbreaker. I think that was Trailbreaker. Yeah, I think that was Trailbreaker on the poster. So, but Scorponok is on the poster, so I'm gonna say Scorponok and Waspinator probably.
Mm-hmm.
Waspinator. I don't think they're gonna skip out on all the Beast Wars characters. I mean, there ain't that very many of them.
Well, no, as few of them as there are. I don't think they've planned on having all of them appear in the Kingdom series. If they did, we would have gotten figures of Tarantulas and Pterosaur already confirmed for release in the Kingdom line, but so far we have rumors.
Yep, only rumors. Yeah. I'm wondering, and I did get the new cars. I got card where it's the Ark, and then it's into the robot mode of the Ark.
And Dynamis.
Dynamis.
I got Dynamis card. I got the Dynamis card from the King. Yes, I got him in the Kingdom Galvatron. I was so shocked. That blew me away when.
And I'm also wondering why we haven't seen the core class of Soundwave out right now for pre-orders. And I think y'all did see where the new Bumblebee, the Bumblebee that's going to be for the
Buzzworthy line.
Yeah,
I don't think. What do you think of that figure, TF Angie? The Buzzworthy Bumblebee that looks like the little flying saucer.
Yeah, from episode 1 of the G1 series. I'm for it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go for that figure.
Same here.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
How do you feel about being a Target exclusive?
I don't mind since Target's the store that I have in my town. If it was Walmart exclusive, then I'd be worried and afraid because closest Walmart to where I live is an hour's drive from me.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I like that he comes with the energy. Oh, I was gonna say I like that he comes with the energy conductors.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. Sorry, I cut you off.
No. What I don't like is when the exclusives are Target Red Card exclusives.
Like oh God,
Red Wing.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
By the way, I was gonna ask you to keep an eye out for T-Rex for me, Otto, and I would have sent you money for that, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to because why TFN Geek? He's a Red Card exclusive.
Oh, for the T-Rex. That's gonna be
That's what
TFN. The World War II Bumblebee.
And so I do like the alt mode. I love that alt mode. I'm gonna keep my eyes open for it. Man.
Yeah, keep your eye out for that. Actually, I'm gonna be down there to hunt. I was gonna say keep an eye out for him, but heck, I'm gonna be down there anyways. And from what I know about the Buzzworthy Bumblebee line, there was no announcements that this line was ever coming out. They just dropped it with no word. So if this figure is coming out in August, it's going to be blind. Like, you won't, you know what I mean? So, yeah, we're going to have to be on the hunt for that right around August. Same for Red Alert. Those are the two figures that are going to be sold out really fast because Red Alert's going to sell out really fast because Sideswipe is probably not going to be because it's a freaking exclusive on Amazon.
I'm just curious how big it's going to be because, it's in this big old box right here. And he looks really tiny in that box right there.
I hope he's the same size as Wheeljack or a little bit shorter, at least.
And I know he comes with these what 6 or 5 little accessories here, and I'm like, but how much are you going to put a price tag on this thing? 20.
Well, we are
20.
dealing with size accuracy, but and for those who are wondering, how do you know it's part of the Siege line? If you look at the back of the box, it says War for Cybertron Trilogy Siege on the back of the box.
On the
It
back
doesn't
of
say
it.
Siege.
Yeah, like look at the box, the back of the box right there next to the World War II Bumblebee.
I need World War II Bumblebee.
Yeah, the next picture, right? Yeah. See, it says War for Cybertron Trilogy Siege right on the bottom of it.
Oh, it does right
You
there.
can see. Yeah. What do you think of the figure? Even though it is a little bit kibbly, I'm fine with it, but I can understand they had to deal with it because of his little flying saucer mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm sorry to interrupt. My internet keeps breaking up on me, so I'm gonna call it an evening autocorrect primer.
Okay, man. Thank you so much for hanging. I won't be on much longer because I got to go to bed soon.
Yeah.
But thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for having me on, and thank you for keeping an eye out for Galvatron for me. Thank
Absolutely.
you very much for that. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, guys. Well, thank you, guys, and have a good evening. Good night.
You do the same, man. Yeah, I gotta say that Bumblebee looks pretty good looking.
I need the World War II Bumblebee.
I think
I'm
that's
gonna-
also been re-released as the buzzworthy
Buzzworthy
one.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need him. I need him. I need my child.
We
Um,
already have Hot Rod.
Yeah,
but
Hot
I
Rod.
have to recreate the scene.
But yeah, that's a Transformer rollout. Awesome. Let me make sure I pop that up there.
Z.
Yeah. But no, overall I think that I'm looking forward to seeing the stuff that's coming out and what we're gonna probably get.
I'm gonna miss
soon.
out.
And I saw that I think Ninja Bill said that he had JJ on his channel, which was cool.
I'm gonna.
But nobody makes any comments in the community for all of us. I can't keep up with everybody's stuff, so nobody's posting there.
Hey, I do my best to try to keep up with a lot of it.
I appreciate that.
No
That
problem.
means
This
means
figure
a
is
lot.
heavy. Oh
That's what she
yes, they
said.
just showed. Yes, I saw that they just showed off the artwork for the Studio Series, the box.
I need him.
Yep.
I'm hoping I can get my hands on that figure. I'm gonna switch to the house Wi-Fi. Every time I try to switch, it just cuts me out, and I'm using my mobile data, and my phone's dying fast. So I'm gonna try to switch. So hopefully this will work, and I don't.
I never owned a Jolt figure before.
I've got the original.
I'm not
Joe.
buying that Revenge of the Fallen figure. I am not buying that Revenge of the Fallen figure.
I need that
Jolt?
version.
I
Yeah,
have that Joe.
I'm glad. I'm happy with the Dark of the Moon version. The Revenge of the Fallen version is weird.
Yeah.
Just no. Oh
Just
well.
I'm trying to think. I got. Let me see here. Wait a second. Let me do this real quick. There we go. Nice. I like that artwork.
Revenant just like. Fuck.
Yep. But no, I'm curious to see. You know, I'm. We also have the movie, the Rise of the Beast, which we're getting more Beast characters with that. I did see they had the blue. I'm curious how this is going to work though, because it's we had the Dinobots, and this is now going to be a part of the Bayverse, and it's movie 7 for the Bayverse, but yet it's not movie 7 of the Bayverse at the same time. I'm kind of confused by what they're saying that they're doing with this the Rise of the Beast. Do y'all know anything else about it?
What's that?
Well, with the Rise of the Beast, I know it takes place in South America,
Real quick.
but Didn't we have in one of the movies where it showed the Transformers were all in around the world, and they were in some of them were in Peru and South America?
Can you hear me good?
What?
Sorry, to cut you off. Can you hear me good?
You're lagging a bit.
Is he saying something? Because I don't hear him.
He say something, but he was lagging a bit. I think his internet's being a douche.
Sounds like we're getting rain outside right now.
Yeah, you think bro? It's raining like, sorry, a few hours ago.
Oh, really?
Aye.
It's been crazy raining. Let's see. You got what is it? It's called. It's the Rise of the Beast, right?
Yep. Rise of
It's
the
the
Beast.
new. Yeah.
I hope the series version of them is gonna be better, bro. I need one of the new Wave 10 Power Ranger figures, but I also want to get the Megazord for Dino Fury.
Yeah. Let's see. How many Beast characters do you think we're going to get?
No clue.
Nikki and I are hoping we're going to get a crap load of them.
Oh wow. This is so true. Look, you got all the hop ups from Apex. And then this, look.
Oh, their teams. Nice.
Hey now. Oh, sorry. Now.
You're lagging.
Is he saying something? Because I still don't hear him.
He says something, but on his robotics voice, like, oh shit, what the fuck?
All right, let's try this. I'm going to try and pull this up because I think this might be the teaser to make sure I'm in the right one.
Oh my god! Look at the box art of this.
Well, that's nice. I like that actually.
You know what? I want to get the Dino Fury Green Ranger.
Yeah, that will look. I'm going to be honest with you. I was not tempted by the Power Rangers, but since I got these GI Joes and I've opened them up, I am so tempted. So tempted.
All right, can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Say something funny.
I'm getting really pissed off right now. It's raining. Something's wrong with the house internet, and I have to use my friggin' phone. And hang on, let me grab my charger. My niece legit warned me not to leave my data going on and hooking it up to a charger at the same time. It'll damage my phone.
He's always bitching. He's always bitching. What's he doing?
Out of anything, it's the rain that kills the internet around here. I live in the worst spot.
Just a bitch.
Auto say you're bitching.
Anyways, what were you showing off a teaser of?
What's that?
You were showing off a teaser to something.
Yeah, I'm pulling up. I'm curious about the Transformers.
Rise of the Beasts.
Yeah, it's supposed to be where it's going to take place in South America, but it's also part of the Bayverse.
Actually, no, it's not part of the Bayverse. There's been confirmation of that. I looked through the stuff. It's part of the Bonley movie universe, to be honest with you. If you're talking about that artwork, they're just using the artwork. They're giving you an example on what Primal is going to look like.
Well, you also have this here, and
that's fan made. That's fan made, man. There is no trailer. That's fan made.
Let me get out my words. So what I'm trying to say is that you have the fact that that you're having a lot of the images of Bayverse that is popping up with this, but at the same time, they're saying that it's not, and they're saying it's part of the Bumblebee. But when you're getting back to the design of the characters, I'm curious though if are we going to end up having it where it will be that merge of the Bayverse with the Bumblebee that like it feels like in a way that Hasbro is still not wanting to commit to the Bumblebee movie being a complete reboot of the line. And I think that's going to be a very difficult problem for fans and for moviegoers if you're going back and forth between, you know, Travis Knight's vision to Michael Bay's vision, and the characters. I saw they're using a whole new studio that's going to be doing all the animation for the movie, which they're not using their go-to company that they've always used. So I don't know. I mean, I don't mind if it's going to be a merging of the G1 with the Beast Wars characters. I want it to be good though. I want it to be, you know, as good as Bumblebee was. Bumblebee,
you want me to read off the list of the description of the characters that we're getting? Because I have the article pulled up.
All right.
Okay. Well, a lot of it I'm unable to read, but they got Optimus Prime and Bumblebee. I can read what Bumblebee's alt mode is going to be, but Bumblebee is a classic Camaro with off-road extensions, second gen 70s Camaro Z28, and he'll have Ram. So, like I said, off-road extensions, and he'll have like Transformers 2007 movie ratchets, like rail bars, like on the top, and he'll have lights on the top of his roof, and Optimus Prime is going to have that ram bar on the front of his truck, which I can understand why, because they're going to be dealing with beasts, and they're probably going to have to ram into things. And
I'm fine with that. Like I said, that doesn't bother me. I'm just wanting to know where this is going to fall in place. I do understand it's supposed to take place in the 90s.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. But the description of Optimus Prime looks like he's going to be more like the Bayverse Prime than he was in the Bumblebee movie.
And Mirage is a silver and blue Porsche 911. I'll get to that in a minute. And his character traits is similar to AOE, Age of Extinction, Crosshairs, and he'll transform. And can transform into multiple vehicles. Now, hold on. I don't think that's what they meant. That might have been a mistype. I think he'll scan different alt modes and then get to the formula race car we all know and like. And RC's robot mode is close to G1 and is a Ducati 916 motorcycle with red, rose pink, and white highlights. Classic head. And that's all for the Autobots because they're not going to give us everything. Nightbird, which is her faction is undecided, but for now she is all with the Terracons.
Mm-hmm.
And she is a Nissan GTR, and her face mask is face mask with a robo-looking hood. So she's going to have her hoodie. That's going to be awesome. And now this one, go ahead. You were going to say something.
Yeah, and then you have Ron Perlman's going to be the voice of Optimus Primal, which I'm
fine with it.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about the voice in the Kingdom because he just sounds like he has a very bad speech impediment.
Hey,
and don't piss off Ron Perlman. He's the voice after Rust on Payday 2.
And Scourge is the one I'm excited for. We're not going to be getting G1 Scourge, but we are going to get car robots or robots in disguise Scourge. And I love the description here. Scourge is the leader of the Terracons and is a trophy hunter like Lockdown from AoE, Age of Extinction. When he kills, he rips off the faction insignias and tattoos them onto his body. 4 smokestacks on his back, all smoking, claw hand with electricity flowing through it, and orange pipes, non-black or not black covered looking. I'm hoping I'm reading that right. But probably a truck due to smokestacks in art. So they got to see the artwork. So with the smokestacks, that clearly means we're going to get like the Nemesis Prime version of Scourge, which I'm excited for because he was a Terracon in Car Robots. And the only 3 Maximals we got, actually 4 Maximals, because the Transformers Slag podcast on YouTube got to visit the set, and he got to see a cardboard cutout of a character. He couldn't say what the character's name was. I thought, but whenever he mentioned it, I thought it was Ultra Magnus. He said Ultra Gear. That's what the character looked like, Ultra Gear. But I thought it was Ultra Magnus, but someone corrected me saying that's Cheetor's line. He says Ultra Gear. So Cheetor's confirmed. And Air Razor is a robotic bird and with blue eyes and steampunked looking, very damaged and rustic. Looks like it's been through some stuff. Hang on. Yeah, looks old. Been here a bit. Go ahead.
Yeah, you got Ripper Snapper, which I'm excited. I got Hunger. You got Blot and Center Twin. So for me, for the Terracons, I'm all excited because I had the original G1 Terracons and I've got the Power of the Prom. So I wonder if they're going to have it where this will be where they will combine and create Abominus.
And also, from what I heard, from what the people are saying, the Terracons look Unicronian looking, which stands for Unicron. So we might get an inclusion of Unicron. So, and Rhinox, I'm not going to be able to read a lot of it, but he likes ramming things like Ironhide with his horn, and again looks old, like metal, been here for a bit. So. And I'm going to get to that in a minute. And Primal is the best one I like. Optimus Primal. Remember the TLK or Age of Extinction, whatever artwork or CGI concept art. Yep, but with much more fur. He's the leader of the Maximals, and he's very protective of those who are under his protection. You don't mess with Primal.
Yeah.
And again, hang on, where is it at? Okay, here it is. Random patches of fur and layered on top. Looks like he's been through some stuff. And also layered patches of skin here and there. Mm-hmm. He is the leader of the Maximals, end quote. And that's all the characters we got so far. So...
And for me, I think that's enough. I don't think we need to have too many characters. I do know that we should... are we going to get to see a Megatron?
From what I heard, there has been confirmation of it, but they're still going to leave it up in the door for now. But so far, we're getting Maximals, Predacons confirmed, Terracons confirmed, and Autobots and Decepticons. But from what I heard, with this movie, they don't want the Decepticons to be the main villains. They want to do something different, and it's been confirmed.
Yeah, they said they want to make new ones. So did.
Yeah, so even though we're getting Predacons, the Terracons are the main villains of this movie. And even though the Maximals and the Predacons fight, even though they hate each other, the description says the one thing they hate the most is the Terracons, because the Terracons have been hunting their species for years and generations.
Now, if this goes and does well, I think this will slowly move the Transformers away from just being vehicles themselves. I think that
Yeah.
it's the same thing with when Beast Wars came out. It was unheard of. It was totally new, and people fell in love with it. And it showed that you didn't have to have an Optimus Prime that's going to be a red truck. You didn't
Yeah.
have to worry about Megatron being, a gun or a tank. He was a T-Rex. Even though they're different characters, but at the same time, it showed that you could do a lot more with the Transformer line than just doing vehicles. And I hope that's what we're going to see. I would love to see this thing merge into G.I. Joe, honestly.
And Optimus Prime. I'm gonna read the couple last parts, but Peter Cullen will once again resume his voice acting. So,
Yep.
and this will all right. And here's a little bit of description for Prime. This will show how Optimus Prime becomes the leader he was in the Bay movies. Why does he have such a connection to Earth and humans? And so, yeah. And I'm excited.
Lord.
And
The cats are running, and Oakley just ran across me with his claws. Oh, God.
Oh, God. You all right, man?
Oakley. Oh, it hurt. It hurt. I'm glad I had the camera off. Oh, my God. Ow. I think I'm bleeding.
You
Oakley,
ain't
I'm
got
not
time
your
to
couch.
bleed.
I am not your couch, son. I am not your couch. Quit running across me.
You're hit, man. You're bleeding. I ain't got time to bleed.
Ain't got no time to lead.
God damn it.
I do. I've got big hopes for this. I really do, because I definitely want to see that we get more Beast characters. I would like to see this to really take off and do really well for Hasbro. That it would actually put a new life into the Beast characters, like it did in the 90s. Whenever Transformers became very stale, and then they came out with the Beast Wars, and it brought new life to the characters. So hopefully that's what we'll see.
And also, from what I heard, this movie is going to span from Peru to Brooklyn, New York to South America, and it's going to be a heist movie. And a lot of people are pretty much happy with the cast. Like one of them, like the female lead, is going to be a museum or dealing with ancient artifacts, and then the main male character lead is an ex-military veteran or something like that. And I saw the cast; it looks pretty good. They got, right now I think they're filming in Canada right now, I believe. And and since the Maximals and the Maximals are all rugged and beat up, I have a speculation for it. Since it does take place in Peru, I 100% believe, and I'm serious, I 100% believe that the Maximals and the Predacons have been in Peru for thousands and thousands of years, and that's why they're going to try to play off the signs on the ground in Peru that you can, like, I'll quote Indiana Jones here. Only from the sky, the gods can read the signs down below. Like there's a cat, a gorilla, and all that. That's why those signs are there, because the Maximals and the Predacons have been there, hidden from satellites, fighting under the grid. And they have, like, they're in parts of Peru where people don't go.
Right.
So yeah, that's why I think it takes place in Peru, and then somehow the Maximals and Predacons will come to the U.S.
Oh.
Master Far says he'll be back soon.
So Ninja Bill jumped for my live stream. So if y'all want to know where he's at, I'll share that real quick. And I think I'm going to call it a night because I got to get up in the morning.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So let's see here. And I think the topic is about G.I. Joes and G.I. Joe fashion, which...
Nice.
So you want to check that out, I'm going to put a link in the description to their channel, since that's where they are. Thank you, Ninja Bill, for being on the stream, but once again, not sharing where else you're going. All right, guys. Yeah, I am. I do think I'm gonna call it a night.
Mhm.
Yeah. I guess I'll just keep my thoughts to myself. Never mind. I'm gonna go. I'll talk to y'all later.
This is the way.